I have prizes I put in place. I have things. There are questions, there are answers that I need to get from clients before I proceed to do anything. There are things guiding any booking. If you skip out on an opportunity for you to do your makeup with me because we have an appointment, this is what comes after that. You have to pay me. In an event, I come to meet you in a hotel or something, and you're taking time to show up, you're going to pay an extra fee. If you do not want me to do do your makeup and I have to send an assistant, you have to pay this. So all of those things came to play when I had started advancing in the business. It was never there in the beginning. There was no strategy. It was just more of, oh, I like this thing. It's a hobby. Oh, I can learn it and take it a little further. And that's how we started. So strategy came later in the business.
Okay. Hey Pushers, welcome back to the Pushers podcast, where we spotlight the real stories of turning your passion into purpose, purpose into profits. In today's episode, we are talking about beauty, business, and boldness. And we have here with us a makeup artist who is going to share more light on how she was able to turn her love for brushes and glam into a profitable brand. If you've ever wondered how to make your passion, your creative passion, let's say hair, makeup, design, or fashion, and make some money out of it, you are in the right place. Now let's get into this. Let's have some fun, some deep lessons, and also some real business talks.
What first drew you to makeup?
Okay, so I would say that it didn't spring off from just liking makeup as a concept or watching people do it. I honestly think that when I realized I became so good at makeup, or I am actually good at it, was when I had to do someone's makeup, and it was something like someone just called me up from somewhere and I just showed up and I used her products. It was just random things that she had. This person is not a makeup artist. She has never known anything about me because she just had like random stuff in her box and she needed to look better for an event. And she just said, this, oh, can you just do something for me? And I was able to give her a look that she really liked in her own words. It came out so good, and it's something I did from just some scraps of eye pencils and a few things that she had. Then I didn't even know the names of all these things, but I just knew that if you apply this here, it will definitely highlight your face. Or if you put this here, it's definitely going to conceal that dark spot you have on your skin or hide that rash or something. So that's when I realized that, oh, I will be actually very good at this if I take it a notch further. So that's it.
So, did anyone discourage you at first, or did you face any kind of resistance?
I wouldn't say I had like an outward discouragement when I started venturing into makeup, but what I would say is that I had a bit of a financial constraint when I wanted to take an actual class because first off, it's new to these people. So, there's something about when you have an idea and you try to push it to somebody and make them understand that, oh, this is what I like. So it's not like I just left school and I realized that, oh, I wanted to learn tailoring, which is like a normal thing that people be like, oh, nice, or something else, or hairstyling. But when you come there, like makeup, do people get to pay so much for that? So it was more of, oh, do you think it's a good thing to invest money into? So my people were a bit withdrawn to put in money or to help with that because they feel like it's not just one of those things that you would drop off on the way, or maybe you're just trying to find your parts. Maybe you pick up something else later. So that was like a bit of a discouragement because then you have to pay for those classes. And then when you have to tell them that, okay, I'm pitching this to you, please, can you pay for this class or can you help with this? And they're like, you need all that money to go and pay for makeup. So that was more like what I faced. It's not like anybody came and said no and shut me down and said no, don't talk about this in this house and all of that. So it was never the case.
So who or what was your earliest inspiration in beauty?
I would have to be as practical as possible. I won't go about telling you Bobby Brown and all of those people that are out there. I would start by saying my cousin. So this sprung up from my cousin in university, sometime in my first year. She used to always wear her brows so clean. She would always conceal it and it was looking so clean. And I went to her, I'm like, Mimi, I really like this thing. Do you think you can teach me how to do it? And she was like, oh, we get to pay, oh, because we're like me and my cousins. She would say we'll pay money. And we used to give her 500 naira to draw our eyebrows before we go to school. So one day she said something like, okay, I should just try that. I'll be able to learn. So then I already started gathering a few things. And because I watch her do it for other people and do it for me too, I decided to try. So I started trying on myself and I realized that, oh, I don't have to pay Mimi 500 naira. I'll probably just start doing it. And that's how I just started
Mm,
doing it myself. Although I had already gotten a knowledge of it before I came to school, but I have never really done it every day because Mimi would always wear a little makeup to school every day. So I would watch her do it. I'm
wow.
like, oh, this is quite fascinating. So how about I stop disturbing her and learn it for myself since I already like it before I got to school? Maybe I get to just try it on myself because when it's yourself, you don't get to nobody gets to criticize you that much because if it's that bad, you either clean it or you wear it to school. So I needed to do it on myself more often than anybody would do it for me. So I would
Okay.
say my cousin was someone that made me look into it more than I would have. Let's say I didn't get to meet her in school and all of that.
So let us say thank you to to Mimi for
Yes, we have to
making
say
you
thank you to
take it very
Mimi.
serious.
Yes, so thank you for making me take it a step further. Exactly.
So when did you finally say out loud, I am a makeup artist and mean it?
That would be when I took my first bridal job. That was
Wow.
when COVID, yeah. So after I did my training at House of Tara, I took a few jobs. I got a store, I was working and all of that. But nothing really hits you when someone pays you real money to glam them up for their wedding. It's a big deal, actually. So it means that you're trusting that person to make you beautiful on your most special day. So a foreign client, she came in from Canada to do her makeup in Nigeria on her wedding. And that was like when COVID hit us. And I realized that, oh, this woman trusts me to do this. Then when I came to her and I did her makeup and it turned out, and she went to church and she came back and it was still there. The makeup didn't go away. And I'm like, yes.
That means you landed your first clients through working
For the
for
studio, yes, my first random clients, because before then my sister would book me and she would refer me to
okay.
her friends. So I wouldn't want to involve that because a level of leniency and maybe reduction in price, or sometimes you just do it and they just tip you something. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
say that that was like official because when you start learning a skill in any family, they would use you. So I wouldn't want to bring that into play because those ones
Okay.
I wouldn't say I actually took payments for them. But there was a
Okay.
time my sister paid me my worth and it made me feel good that she did that because she realized that this is actually a business. I'm investing in it. So she knew that I would need that money as much as I would see her like my sister. I would want her to give me something. And she actually paid me. And yeah. So I wouldn't want to bring that into play, but I'll stick to the 5 to 6 thousand naira from my random
Okay.
clients.
So
Yes.
so what pricing or business mistake did you make early on? Did you make any pricing or business mistake?
Yes. I would say that there is no room for sentiments when you want to go into business full time. It's something that you need to put into consideration because when you start off any business, there's a level of sentimentality. You would want people to come to you at any cost. So it means that if you have a set price for something and the person is not willing to pay you that
Yeah.
amount, and maybe you haven't gotten someone to come do makeup with you, there's a room for you to think, oh, I think I should reduce this. You start second guessing, is my price too much? Should I reduce this price? Or is there something that I'm doing wrong? Or maybe I'll just do it for half the price. Anything for the clients. That's what happens in that fundamental stage. So I think I would want to say that that's what's a mistake I made, because with that, it just makes people not believe that your price is your price. So the earlier stage of my business, I would always compromise for people because I would want them to book me. I knew that there were better people out there.
Yeah.
So I wanted them to come to me and I would want to do their makeup. And they would also take advantage of the fact that they knew you were new in the game.
Yeah.
Because they actually
They
knew
know.
I didn't have this level of confidence that I have now. I wouldn't pitch my business, say my price, and go to bed like I would do now. I can comfortably turn down any amount that is not suitable for me and doesn't fit what I think would work for me to do anybody's makeup. But then I was more like a beginner and I was desperate. So there was a need for me to always match up with them and always say something like, okay, don't worry. If you don't have this money, you can pay this. I would always slash the price. So that would be one of the mistakes I said I would make. But I think I would want to say that it was like a fundamental to building me to this stage, because if I didn't do that, I would not know better now.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's how I would want to say it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So how did you learn to balance creativity and money making?
Okay, so what I was saying before the network went bad, I was saying that I haven't gotten to the stage where I have learnt it entirely, how to balance creativity and money. But I know that I'm a lot better than where I used to be,
Okay.
being that I realized this is my profession. As much as people might take it for something trivial, the art of being creative is not a joke. You have to think. Sometimes a client comes to you and say, "Oh, I don't really know what kind of makeup I want. I just want something that would suit
Someone like
me."
you.
And then I don't even know what the person likes. Do you
Yeah.
understand? I've never met you before. I don't even know if I put red lipstick on your lip, you're going to go ballistic on me. But then you can read off the person's countenance, maybe little conversations you have, a little briefing from the person would help you come up with a look that will suit the person. So once you flash that mirror on their face, you're like, oh my God, I actually like this. And guess what? They probably that they would like that. So it takes a
Yeah.
level of creativity to know that okay, I can do this. And guess what, when you have gotten to that stage, you require a level of payments for that level of creativity. So somehow I am learning how to balance it even better than how I would have done that, say, 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know if I
Okay.
have answered that question.
Okay. So at what point did it hit you that you could actually live off this skill?
At one point did it hit me that I could actually live off this skill?
Yes.
I would say that was sometime 2 to 3 years ago.
Okay.
As you advance, you start getting quality clients. So
Uh,
when you realize that, first off, when I finished university, I've always known I'm never going to be the 9 to 5 girly. Okay, so people come out of school and they know exactly what they want. I had a feeling that I would do well in business than I would want to clock in and clock out. Even if I would want to do that, it's going to be on my terms, maybe as an extra thing, but I needed to have business in my name. So when you already know that this part wouldn't work for you at all. So the idea is that I have accepted that this is the kind of thing I want to do. This is the level of professionalism I need to put into it. Does that make any sense? Well, that's what I was saying. I was saying that you would know that you have to choose your paths, which one works for you and which one wouldn't. And I think I have successfully chosen my path. And I hope this
okay.
is working for me as much as I would like to think it would.
So now we're talking about building a brand, a beauty brand. So how did you start building your brand? Is it strategy or just consistent hustle? How did you
First off,
build?
I don't think there was any strategy because makeup sprung up from a liking, a hobby. So I
Okay.
wouldn't say strategy came to play initially. I wouldn't even say it was more about making money. It was the fun of it first. Like I said, makeup is more like a passion. So what it means is that if you take money away from makeup, I would still do makeup for people, but
Okay.
not in this magnitude of doing a lot of people's makeup because I like
Okay.
it. I can do free makeup. Honestly, I can still do free makeup. That's how much I like it. Sometimes
Okay.
I'm in a bank or something and I see someone's lipstick and I'm like, oh my God, I really wish this girl would trust that I wouldn't judge her. Let me just do that lipstick for you. So that's what I'm saying. It's a passion. So it didn't come off as strategy. So strategy
Yeah.
came to play when I started realizing that, oh, this thing is for a long run. So I need to put in structures in place so that people would not take advantage of the fact that I like makeup. I like to
Yes.
do it.
They will
Yes,
just
and exactly. That's how the world works. When people know that it's something you can give out freely, they will realize that, oh, let's take advantage of that. So that's when strategy came to play. I started putting in structures that would help to shape my business in a way that it's going to work for me. I have prizes I put in place. I have things. There are questions, there are answers that I need to get from clients before I proceed to do anything. There are things guiding any booking. If you skip out on an opportunity for you to do your makeup with me because we have an appointment, this is what comes after that. You have to pay me. In an event, I come to meet you in a hotel or something, and you're taking time to show up. you're going to pay an extra fee. If you do not want me to do do your makeup and I have to send an assistant, you have to pay this. So all of those things came to play when I had started advancing in the business. It was never there in the beginning. There was no strategy. It was just more of, oh, I like this thing. It's a hobby. Oh, I can learn it and take it a little further. And that's how we started. So strategy
Okay.
came later in the business. Top has taught me that you have to put your money in something that you want to produce money for you. That's number one business. That's number one lesson. So you have
Yeah.
to put your money. You have to. So even if it's a
Okay.
50-50 thing, you have to make sure that if you like something, you invest in it.
Of
So you
course.
just can't be blowing hot and cold and think that it's going to really work for you. You have to make sure that if this thing is what you want, put
Okay.
your money there, advance your skill. And that brings me to number 2 points. Second point is that you don't know it all. You always have to learn. That's why most of these people that are out there, they always have opportunities for master classes. They want to teach you something. You have to learn.
Um,
So makeup evolves. I know you remember, like, let's take it down to maybe
uh,
2012 when they used to do box eyebrows.
yes,
Now they're like,
I did it a lot. That was when I think that was when I would just see somebody, then I'll just go take my, because my mommy makes up a lot. She loves makeup. So I'll just go take my
yes.
mommy's product. I'll just look at the person's face and I'll just think I can draw it. I'll just draw it on my eye. You need to see me then.
So that's it. Makeup is evolving, and there are newer things, and there are hacks. So
Yeah,
even if,
yeah,
yes, if you don't come into the business of makeup, you wouldn't realize that the money you're spending buying 1,000,001 products, you can actually buy the most important things and still use
yeah.
them to achieve what someone that has 1,000,001 products will achieve. It comes to
Okay.
play. So makeup has taught me that there are hacks. Makeup has taught me that you put your money where you want it to grow. If you have a business, put your money there. And thirdly, makeup has taught me consistency, in the sense that I have realized, even in other spheres of life, let's leave makeup aside, when you want to get better at something, you have
Yeah.
to be consistent. So there are some things that I have learned on my own, aside makeup school, class, tutorials, online, YouTube, or whatever. So you don't know. Sometimes when you do something over and over again, you realize that, oh, maybe this thing I'm doing, I'm a lot better. So number one, you realize that the time you spend is not as much as what you used to spend. So you're getting better with your speed. You become more accurate and your precision is superb, because makeup deals with precision. Then number three, you will now pay more attention to that skin you are working on. People fail to
Yeah.
understand that makeup is not, it's not like a routine, or when they say this is the first thing to do, second thing to do, the third thing to do. Because sometimes when I
That's
teach makeup to maybe to my students, they say something like, "Oh ma, you're not doing the eyebrows first. Why are you doing the skin work first?" And I'm like, "Oh, there is no root to this thing." Now there's something they call underpainting. Ideally, you're supposed to do your blush when you have done your blush
yeah,
and concealer when you've done your foundation. But now people actually apply their blush first, do their concealer, they switch it. People even do their eyebrows last. And people are
yes.
like,
That's
oh
what
my
I
god,
do. I always do my eyebrows.
yes.
That's because it's always stressful for me. So
Do
I
you
actually leave the
understand?
stressful part for the
Yes,
last.
exactly. So over the years, makeup has taken away that rigid structure of how makeup is being done. I've now realized that, oh, there are too many ways you can do this, and it has taught me I'll give you an extra bonus point. Makeup has taught me to work with less products, because
Okay.
when you realize that you are getting better at something, you would now know that you do not need 5 pumps of foundation to get a job done. You're just wasting your products. You can do
Okay.
it with way less. Exactly. So those are the things makeup have taught me, and so many more that I can tell you later. Maybe after this interview.
All right. You. Was there
You're
ever
welcome.
a client or situation? Was there ever a client or situation that almost made you to quit?
Some people are very
Dramatic.
spiteful. Yeah, some people are spiteful. Some people are degrading, undermining. Any of those bad words, some people fall in that category. And guess what? You still see them now. So I would say that one of the experiences I had was, there was this time in my makeup journey that I didn't have a makeup chair. So if you talk to fellow makeup artists, they'll tell you the struggles that they go through. Maybe mine might be a little different from theirs or similar. But I know that
Okay.
there was a time that I was saving up, because that was like my beginning. So I was saving up to buy my first makeup chair. And I used to go through so much struggle to do clients makeup, because when you go to their house to do their makeup, they'll probably give you a seat that is quite low, and they don't care, because as long as they are seated, that's all
And they
that
are
matters,
comfortable.
and they are comfortable. So I won't say I'm a tall person, but I won't say I'm a short person either. So I know that because the person is not sitting on an average chair that I'm supposed to, a professional makeup chair, which I do not have, I'm supposed to prefer that. I have
Yeah.
to bend. So these clients would know that you are struggling, literally, and they just like, there's how makeup chairs are built. They are built for you to sit upright. But if you use
Yeah.
your regular home dining chairs and all, so you can actually slouch. So then
Yeah.
I'm now trying to come into your face so much. So that was one of the major experiences I had. And then because of that experience, they would say something like, "Oh, you don't even have a makeup chair," and all of that. So it's not like someone will actually insult you, but those things got to me because I realized that, oh, I'm actually struggling at this. I'm struggling. I'm trying to save up money. There are a lot of things to buy. So can you just be a little kind to me? Can you understand that I am I am
You're
struggling?
actually
So
trying to save up for that.
exactly, I'm trying to stay afloat. So when I bought that chair, it was like my confidence grew from, because I already knew I had the skill, but I knew that makeup is somehow vain. People need to see you show up with a box filled with products. You have your lights,
Yeah.
different lights,
You know,
and all of
there's a
that.
mindset of people. They want to see you with the
Ex-
loads. When you come with the
exactly.
load, they'll be like, yes, this
Yes,
is
even
the
if you don't use
makeup.
half of those things on them, it's
Don't care.
just it's that's how it works. That's how it works.
Wow.
They feel like you're not serious if you don't have anything. So
Yeah.
that thing made me, let's say I was someone that was suffering with self-esteem. I probably think of it like, oh, maybe I should just hold on with my makeup bookings and wait until I get my makeup chair. And you never know. Maybe I would probably never have gotten that first makeup chair, because I'm thinking I don't get to go to a client's house without a chair. But because I have my confidence is on 100. Even though
Yeah.
I didn't have that chair, I would show up in your house. I don't mind that backache. I would do your work and you would like it and call me the next week. So
Wow.
that's one thing I would say I struggled with a little, but not so much though, because I had a way of handling it so well. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. So was there what systems or habits helps you grow through the hard seasons? So were there systems or were there habits you had to develop to help you go through
Okay.
the periods you were actually having some hard times, maybe based on you not having the necessary stuff you need for
Yes,
your business?
exactly. So that's where I would equally say something about family. Family helped a lot, because if you have a system of people that believe in you, in as much as
Yeah.
you're starting up something, everything you do in life, once it's the beginning stage, people will call your bluff. People will think you're not serious. Oh, it's one of those things. After a week or a month, you get tired and will laugh. So they saw that rain comes sunshine. I am going to that makeup school to learn. I'm going to House of Tara every time. I'm always training there. So at some
Yeah.
point, it became my reality that they had to accept. So when I needed a little help with something here and there, you would tip someone comfortably help. If it's to drop you off at makeup school, or to come and at lunchtime to give you something, or to say something like, okay, what do you need? So I had a little bit of help from families and loved ones, because they saw that I wasn't there yet, but I had a goal, and my perception towards it was not one that anybody could stifle. So that's why I would say family played a huge role to help me, because I wasn't there for a long time. It was
Yeah.
something that once you pick up and you start setting the pace for other bigger things. Because one thing about makeup is, once you hit your first 2 3 clients, you
Yeah.
start getting money from it. Good clients that know your worth, you start getting money from it. So once you start making that money, you start seeing little monies to buy things that you need that would aid your trade. So
Yeah.
my family played a role in helping me a lot in that stage of my life.
Wow. So can you now tell us about your brand?
Yes, I can. So my brand's name is Garden of Daisies, and
Okay.
it's a name, yes, that sprung up from just Daisy being my name.
Okay.
And why I did Garden of Daisies, if you check it, Garden of Daisies is the first letters of those words. If you put them together, it's like God, it forms God, Garden of Daisies. So
Wow.
yes, yeah, so that was one thing I came up with, and I really like that name a lot. And secondly, why I chose Garden of Daisies is because Daisy is a flower, and that's my name. So I
Yes,
believe that
absolutely.
garden my brand is like a place where a lot of daisies, because daisies are beautiful flowers,
The
any species
beautiful
of daisy you
flowers.
see. So everybody that comes to me for any service, makeup, counseling, whatever, are beautiful people already. I'm only there to enhance their beauty. I'm not going to do anything more than what God has already done in creating them. So I'm just enhancing it, helping boost their confidence and
Yeah.
all of that. So Garden of Daisies is a place where even if you don't feel beautiful, once you come into that my space or you talk to me as a makeup artist, as a professional, you're definitely going to have that thing ignited in you, and your confidence is definitely going to be boosted, and you start feeling better, and you see yourself for who you really are. So that's why I came up with that name for my brand. And my brand is 4 years plus, it's almost 5 years officially on the calendar.
Wow.
And the idea behind Garden of Daisies is one that I believe deals with women that love soft looks. I am an advocate for soft looks. When I say soft looks, what I mean is it's the kind of makeup that is there and it's not in people's faces per se. I yes, I encourage people to do makeup to look better, but not to change who they really are. Mind you, you might have clients that might want that, which is fine. But Daisy in her elements, if you ask me to do any look for you, I'm definitely going to do a makeup that when you get to see yourself, you know that, oh, this is Nancy, and I did your makeup, and you still look like Nancy. Do you
Yeah.
understand that? I'm not an
Yeah.
advocate of people that do makeup to mask their original face to look way different from what they used to look like. No, that's not what my brand is about. My brand is about soft looks. Anything soft, everyday look, wedding glamorous looks, but in a very subtle way, something close to skin. So that when someone sees you, it doesn't scream, oh my god, you have so much makeup on. So that's what Daisy, Garden of Daisies is about.
Okay. So apart from being a makeup artist, Garden of Daisies being into making people up, do you
Yes.
intend diversifying into other aspects of beauty?
Maybe someday. I haven't put in so much thought in it, but I know that obviously my brand is going to get bigger than this. I'll definitely
Okay.
have a brand of cosmetics in my name. Yes, it's
Okay.
something that I want to do. Yes, I know a lot of people struggle with their skin type. So as much as you want to tell people that, oh, I need you to buy this product, I need you to know that you're buying this product for these reasons. You
Yeah.
have I like to see products that have skin specifications that you are trying to tend to the problems of a client. So a client that has oily skin has no reason going to buy a foundation that wouldn't work for her, or has no
Yeah.
reason going to buy a concealer that wouldn't work for her. So I like the idea that if I have to invest into getting my cosmetic brand, I'm definitely going to put into consideration people's needs, their skin types, and all of those issues that concerns women that they don't comfortably talk about into my brand and produce a cosmetic brand.
So we're waiting for you to do that so we can patronize you.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's
Thank you.
go into beyond the brushes. Okay.
Okay.
So what are
Yes.
your top income streams now beyond regular makeup jobs?
So
Aside
beyond
from makeup
regular,
jobs.
beyond doing the makeup on clients, I make money from counseling. I make money from recommendations. So let's say a random person sees something I did on Instagram or TikTok and comes to me and says something like, "Oh Daisy, I don't know, I want to buy some products, but I don't know
Mm,
which product to buy." So I can
okay.
even tell you something like maybe we can meet or we could just have it over a chat. I get to see a clear picture of your face. As much as
Okay.
I am knowledgeable with makeup, I still have ideas about cosmetics generally. So I can tell someone's skin if I see a picture of you, I can recommend things for you that would possibly work for your skin for whatever you're going through with your skin. So that when you firstly treat this, so the idea now is that makeup it doesn't come. I wouldn't want you to buy products like makeup products to just conceal something that other products can take care of. Does that make any
Yeah.
sense?
Yes, I
Yes.
get
So
your
the
point.
idea is you want me to do your makeup. Maybe let's say that you have your wedding coming up and you contact me a month before and you tell me that, oh this you have some concerns, and I see that you're breaking out, and the idea is that I want you to be comfortable in your own skin first. So if an opportunity comes for me to recommend things that I would want you to use prior to the time of your wedding appointment, that would help to give you a clearer skin and make my job less difficult, so that
Yeah.
at the end of the day we're both winning and you have a more sustainable result. So you don't just come to me because you want me to do your makeup and then I help you to conceal your face and all of that, and then when you go and wipe off all that products from your face, you're back to square one. So I put into
Yeah.
consideration your skin type. What kind of job do you do? Are you susceptible to sun rays? What happens with your hormones and all of that? As much knowledge as I do, and in an event that I have seen that is probably something I might not probably take care of, I refer some of the dermatologists that I know are renowned to you to go and maybe look into it. But if it's something that you feel you do not want to do or all of that, I just say okay. I ask questions like some people have the idea that before you come to do their makeup for their bridal makeup, there's something that they call like more like a um it's more like a test run where I come and do the makeup I would do on your wedding day.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's say my wedding is on Saturday. Maybe a week before now, I would have my
Okay.
makeup artist come and do that makeup. I want to see it. So I make money from that, which is still makeup, but that's another way because I can tell you, do you want to see that? And in an event you want to, here's the rates for that. So if you're a bit skeptical, maybe because you don't know me or maybe something you like to do, some people are
Um,
very thorough about this. So I come to you, I do your makeup. If there's something you want me to know, or if there are products that you use that you want me to use
yeah.
for your makeup, you can give those to me. I'll try them on your skin and all of that. Or if there's something you want me to use that I do not have, I'll get
Yeah.
to buy it. And yes, so that's how it works. I make money from that. I make money from recommending things to people. And equally, I would like to say that I make money from referrals. So when I refer you to a
Yeah.
particular cosmetic brand in
Yes.
Lagos or outside Lagos, the
Yeah.
person gets to pay me for that recommendation if you buy
Wow.
products worth a certain amount of money. So these are the ways
Okay.
I make money. So even if I'm not doing makeup at the moment, I can make money from all of these
Yeah.
other things I've said.
Yeah. And for the record, Daisy, Garden of Daisies was the one who did my bridal makeup. And even before
Yeah.
this, she recommended a lot of products for my skincare because I had no idea of what to do. So I just told her, please, what can I buy? And she said she recommended it for me. She told me the person to contact. I contacted the person, and actually, it did work. It did work.
Oh,
The
I'm
picture,
glad.
I took the picture last year. That was
Mm-hmm.
immediately when I started using those products. And I took a
Okay.
picture like last month. I just looked at both pictures. I could see a clear difference of
Oh
my
wow.
yeah. So actually,
Wow. It
so
makes me really
you can
happy
actually,
to hear that.
so you can actually, contact Garden of Daisies if you need cosmetics
Thank
and makeup.
you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so
So
much.
let's go into have you launched your online or master classes or partnered with brands aside from referring brands
Okay.
to people who think that want to
Yes,
purchase
I
from you?
have partnered with brands, but I haven't launched any class yet. So
Okay.
I thought about doing a master class this year. And the reason why I
Okay.
haven't done any classes before now is because I honestly think that when I want to put out knowledge, I want to put myself in the shoes of someone that wants to really learn, and I want to feel that I have gathered enough knowledge. I will never get all the knowledge I need. So I'm not the type to leave makeup school immediately and think I'm a master of that skill. I'm someone that even as much as I have learned, I'm still learning, I'm unlearning. So I need to feel it in me that, oh, I have gotten to that point where I can actually give out that value as wholesome as it is. So I'm thinking of doing that sometime in the year. But besides that, I've partnered with a couple of photographers, bridal artists that are into bridal outfits and all of that. So we do a lot of collaborations, what we call it in the
Okay.
industry. Let's say a photographer or a renowned photographer wants to do a masterclass, and he reaches out to you and tells you about this idea he wants to put out, and
Okay.
then he needs you to do the makeup of all the models he would wants to use and maybe probably feature in his masterclass. So I do that for bridal. I have to I've done that for a bridal company. I've done that for, not bridal company, a company that deals with bridal outfits, tiaras, and all
Okay.
of that. Yes,
Okay.
and I've equally done that for photographers as well and
Okay.
videographers that just want to shoot a wedding scene. So most times when you do collaborations, you're trying to push out an idea intending clients that, look, this might be what your wedding would look like if you book me.
Okay.
So a situation where a photographer, a videographer, a makeup artist, a hairstylist, a bridal stylist comes together and says, oh, we're going to create a wedding scenario. We're going to
Yeah.
get a model, we're going to get dresses, we're going to get a groom, which is like a model as well. Get
Yeah.
dresses, we're going to book a hotel, we'll do all of these things. We're trying to show people that if you book us as a team, this is what
Mm,
you are going to likely get. So when you push that idea out, people see that, oh, I like this thing, I like this dress. And wow, if this person could work with this makeup artist, it means that if I hire them as a team, they already know themselves. It's
exactly.
easier. This similitude will be great because makeup
Okay.
artists and hairstylists have a lot of drag back and forth. So for someone that doesn't like stress and likes the concept of
Okay.
showing me blueprints, what you want to do for me, it's easy to just book you. They book you and then you just link up with all your team members, you talk
Yeah.
business, and then work towards the date of the wedding or whatever appointment it is. So
Okay.
that's it.
That's great. So, what's something you wish every upcoming um makeup artist knew about money and mindset?
Something I wish every upcoming makeup artist knew about money and mindset should be that money takes time to come in the business, and consistency should be what you think about first before money. When you want to venture into this line of business or this level of artistry, you need to know that there are 1001 people out there better than you. It's a fact. You can't take it away from the world. As much as I think I am a CEO or whatever I might call myself, there are 1,000,001 people out there better than me. So what am I trying to do? What I'm trying to do is that I am trying to enhance my skill to get better at what I like to do first. So I need
Um,
to be able to get better so that when I'm giving value, the value I'm giving will be equivalent to the money I'm attracting. So why
okay.
I'm saying this is a lot of upcoming makeup artists believe that as long as I can do makeup, I can put a price to it. And that is not true. You don't even have the right to scale up your price when your value is still very low, because it is very obvious. You don't know the first thing, or you probably think that you were able to scribble something out and then you just put an incredible or a ridiculous price to your work. I feel like initially the idea shouldn't just be about trying to get money. Oh my God, let me just leave this makeup school, I want to start making money. Because when you lose sight of that, you can never really learn the skill,
Of
because your
course.
your eyes are already set on something that is like, oh, I need money. So then you don't look or see in details things that you're missing out, things you're not learning, things that you need to change, the idea behind the artistry. Because you need to actually develop a level of passion to it in as much as you are trying to get money. Because when you like it that much, you see yourself as the client. Oh, I'm applying this product on this person's skin. You're looking out for it blending seamlessly. But when you're after money, you just want to do and get onto the next client. You don't think deeply about a client and the person's needs, the person's insecurities. Oh, why did this person come to do this makeup? Or this person is going for their wedding. So anytime I do a bridal makeup, I see myself as, it's my wedding. How would I feel if
Exactly.
this person does this look and it doesn't turn out great? So that's it. You need to embody it as, oh, this is my own. This person, I want this person to come back. I really want this person to like it. So first off, you need to realize that money is not what you should be thinking on. You should be setting your mind on first. You need to actually gain value from the skill
Exactly.
that you are learning. Then money will definitely come afterwards.
Exactly. So, if you could talk to your younger self holding the first brush, what will you say?
That's deep. I would say, Daisy, you can do it.
Right?
Yes. Yes, I would say that because it comes from a level of insecurities. People have insecurities. Everybody is insecure about something. Everybody has that fear of failure. Oh, I might just try my hands on this and I might fail. What if I'm not even as good as other people in that same line of business, or that is learning that same skill? Why I said that is because when you walk into a studio and you're oblivious of what happens there, you are registered, you are going to start your classes, and then your tutor tries a look and tells you to replicate it, and then you carry your brush and you're drawing something, and you don't know what you're doing, and maybe you've forgotten everything. The
Of
next
course,
thing you do, you get to go
you
home and
forgot the
cry.
step.
So you need to tell yourself that I've got this.
Yeah.
I think that we as human beings, we have the ability to learn a lot of things. And once you set your mind at or on doing something, there is definitely nothing stopping you. So you need to actually embody it and say yes, that it doesn't matter. Initially it might just look rough and be a bit patchy, but definitely it's going to get smoother. As long as you don't fall out of track, it's definitely going to go smoother. So I would tell myself, Daisy.
You can do it. So what success really means to you today? What does the word success really mean to
Oh,
you?
okay. I think success means fulfillment to me. Is that
Mhm.
in-depth happiness that I feel that even though I am sleeping, someone can just wake up and think of Daisy as somebody to refer her sister or her nephew or her niece rather to do their makeup. It makes me happy that when someone checks or thinks of doing makeup, they think of Daisy, or thinks of buying products, they think of Daisy to a larger extent. So it just brings a level of fulfillment to me that, oh, at this point in my life, I have attained a level of success that if you take me back to a few years ago, I probably wouldn't think that it would get to this point. I probably think that it's just something that I would toss by the side and on to the next one. So success really means fulfillment. That fulfillment I feel knowing that people trust me to do their makeup, to cancel or to inquire that they want to know something about makeup, to learn this skill from me, to just pick my brain on a particular thing concerning makeup in its entirety.
So has your faith or spirituality played a role in your journey?
Yes, of course. Why not? A lot. A
Hello.
lot. So I'll start by telling you that in as much as we make money from makeup is
Yeah.
a risky venture. Any makeup artist will tell you. A lot of makeup artists go out and never show up again. A lot of makeup artists get killed and a lot of things happen to them. So you need to be able to have it in your spirit. You need to know that, oh, God comes to play a huge role. God is there a lot. So whenever you have a job or you want to embark on a new phase of your business, you have to really know that God and the Spirit of God that is inherent in you would have to speak to you. Sometimes it tells you slow down. Maybe when you think it's the right time to do something, it might not necessarily be the right time. Because what I'm saying is, when you ask me a question about launching a class or something, sometimes I feel
Yeah.
like, let me go with the trend. A lot of people are doing it. Some people that
Uh,
I know that I probably would still train now are doing it, are launching classes and all of that. And I'm thinking, oh wow, this is what's stopping you. You have all this knowledge and people tell you, why don't you just gloat and put it out there? You're definitely going to get someone that would want to register with you or want to all of those things and all. But the Spirit of God will probably tell you that that's not the right time. Or how about you go through this strategy? How about you decline these clients? Sometimes the Spirit of God will even tell you to up your price so much that a client would fall out and say something like,
yeah.
oh no, you're too expensive.
You're too
And then you
expensive.
don't show up. And ideally, the person can't come on the social media to tell you that, oh no, you didn't show. The Spirit of God works in various ways. Spirit of God
Yeah.
works in ways that you might not even imagine. It tells you, no, don't take that client. And you don't even know why. In your head, you're like, oh God, I would have made a cool $100 from this person now. But then you just have a feeling that maybe you oversleep. Because I'm not even the kind of person to bail on anybody's appointment. As much as I know myself, I am a very punctual person. I like to keep to time. As much as I
Yeah.
like people to keep to time when it comes to me. So I always believe that what I give is what I should receive sometimes. So when things don't happen my way when it comes to makeup and the business of makeup, I just realized
Yeah.
that there's something about God in this. Maybe a client that I was hoping will come through just bails out on me for no reason. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I already planned to use this money for something. But then on the second thought, you think about it that, oh, what if this thing was going to turn out differently and maybe God is trying to avoid that for you? Do you understand that? So you think about it in those ways and you're so grateful at the end of the day because I don't think anybody should ever do anything without thinking or having a God factor to play in
Of course.
business, in whatever you do. It's
Of
very
course.
important.
Spiritual aspect is very important.
It's very
Spiritual.
important actually.
So what do you think about this? Should every passion be monetized or not always? Do you think every passion should be
Um,
monetized or not always?
okay. I wouldn't want to be biased about it, but I think not all passions should be monetized. I feel like in the world we live, everybody wants to make money out of something.
Yeah.
But I might not have my reasons straight, but I just believe this is my thought, right? I believe that not everything should be not every passion, not everything you feel you're good at should be monetized. I just feel like some of them should just come like that. Some of them should just pass through this earth without attaching any monetary value to it. Someone would say I'm probably saying that because I'm attaching money to mine, but it's my thoughts and no one can take that away from me. It's probably what I think, and someone else can think differently. But I don't think every passion should be monetized. That's it for me.
So, final words now. We've spent close to 1 hour.
Okay.
What do you want
Oh
every girl
wow,
with a
yeah.
dream? What do you want every girl with a dream and a makeup kit to hear from you today? I have a dream, I have a makeup
Okay.
kit. What do you want me to hear from you, that girl?
I want you to hear that can get better. It can always get better. Nobody's built to envelope any skill from the word get go. Nobody's built to have that knowledge of everything, whether it's tech, whether it's anything. But now we're talking makeup. So nobody, you can actually just be a beginner to the word R, like beginner, and in a couple of months you're doing amazing. So I want to tell any girl out there with a makeup kit or maybe a few brushes, not necessarily a whole kit, to know that it can get better. The
Of
most
course.
important question you should ask yourself is that, like, how bad do you really want it? Do you want it that bad? Let's say they strip you of everything. Would you still want to do makeup? Do you like it that much? And if you do, there's nothing stopping you. That's what I have to say.
Thank you so much, Daisy, for the
You're
time.
welcome.
I'm very sure
You're
that everyone
welcome.
who is about venturing into the makeup industry or is already in the makeup industry has something to learn when they listen to our conversation. Yeah.
I,
So thank you
I
so
think
much
so.
for
I
honoring
think
the
so.
invitation from the Pushers podcast. And I'm very sure
You're
that
welcome.
this is just a beginning to many more things we can do together. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
yes. I'm positive. Thank you for having me. All
Yeah.
right.
See you next time.
Yes, thank you so much, Nancy.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.